Okay, sports fans, tonight is a special night. I had a heart attack on January 21st, and I kind of died for 8 minutes. Got a free live flight helicopter ride back to the hospital, and I'm here now. I got a brand new pacemaker, a brand new IDC unit, and so I'm just lucky to be alive.
And so, we're grateful you're still alive.
Well, this is the first
post-death review.
Post-death review. So I was dead for 8.5 minutes, and the first question anybody ever asked me, did you see anything on the other side? And I said, no, I was just dead. So I remember waking up in the hospital choking on that darn thing down my throat, and it wasn't very happy. Okay, tonight we're going to be talking about cowboy boots, and we're going to be brave and try some Rujo boots. Okay, it looks like it has nice packaging. It's the typical packaging of the higher end boots, like the Tecovas and everything. And then everybody's going to say, how does it compare to the Tecovas? Well, there's some certain key points that we want to, oh wow, those look pretty cool. You like those, Josh? Adam?
I do.
Sorry. Hey Josh, you like these boots?
Yeah, they look good.
Okay. We got Josh in the house tonight too. He's another boot lover. So anyway, that's kind of shiny, but maybe shiny's good for boots, you know. But now, some of the things we want to look at are what are the materials. So first of all, we're going to look at what the outsole is. And if I recall by reading the material, and correct me when I'm wrong, Adam, this is a 100% leather outsole.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a real leather outsole, and it's a real stacked heel. Now, what's kind of cool about this heel is you can't tell it's stacked leather, and I'm not going to scratch it to show that, but in the specification it says it's a leather stacked heel. So higher end boots have the leather outsoles, and then what you can't. This also says it has the lemonwood pegs holding it together, and the higher end boots have lemonwood pegs, and so you can see all these lemonwood pegs here holding this up along the thing in the transition from the vance to the back here. I can't remember all the names of the parts of the boots. If it's a car, I can say it's the fender or a differential or anything, but I think this is called the vamp, this is called the shaft, this is called the counter, this is the heel. Did I miss anything yet?
No, I think
outsole. So anyway, we're learning more about boots the same time you are. But anyway, so I think it's a fair looking boot. I kind of like the color. To be honest with you, some of the other python boots I've seen, like the Tecovas Brady and stuff, is a little bit more subdued leather, but I guess if you've got guts enough to wear a python boot, you ought to wear shiny ones. Why am I saying, why do I want to calm them down? But we'll wear them for a while and see how they go. So anyway, now, it's got a calfskin upper. And what it has inside here, get a light down there. I don't know if we can get a light in there or not. Can you see in there? It's got a full, that is some really nice full leather lined, calfskin lined boots. Good looking boot. This is what we call a Bellycut. Now, there's going to be guys who correct me on that, but for our argument's sake, these have the wide scales that go on the belly of the snake. Now, obviously this isn't too big a python because they're about 1.5 inches wide, so the snake itself is only going to be 3-4 inches, which is not big for a python, but big enough for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is a Bellycut python, and you can see where it comes around to where it's got the top. And one thing I really like about these boots is that you can tell this is one piece of skin all the way down until this last little half-inch here at the end. There's a seam there. So this is one snake skin all the way around. And see, you can just barely tell. If you didn't know what you're looking for, you wouldn't see that. Not in a million years you'd notice that seam right there.
Right.
Now it's a little bit more evident on the back, but I think most of the snakeskins I've seen have the up the back like this, and then you got a nice subtle seam here. Mm-hmm. So you have a nice. They've done a good job about centering the back cut on the back here, which isn't quite as shiny. See, if the whole boot was that color, I'd like it better. Mm. But anyway, and then you got another seam over there, so that's pretty good. It's also got, oh wow, it's got triple stitched. Look at this, Adam. They got the snakeskin up here on your poles too.
Yeah, I really like those accents.
Yeah, it's also triple stitched. Oh, and look up here. You got little windows with snake in them. Mm-hmm. That's pretty darn nice. What do you think of those, Josh? That's awesome. These are pretty good looking boot. Once you get detailed here, you got a little window here, back here with the python in here, and you got another window up here a little bit bigger. So these are detailed out really nice. Mm-hmm. You go through the check marks of well-made boots. 1, full leather outsoles. 2, lemon wedge and brass tacks to put your thing on. A smart, nice, smooth transition from your vamp into your heel section. Leather stacked heel.
It has a Goodyear welt as well, if I remember
yes,
right.
Yeah, look at that. It has a good, solid Goodyear welt. So that means if this sole wears out, you can pull the sole off and put a new one on it. Mm-hmm. You don't have to throw the boot away. And so then it's also got a full wrapped, I'm calling that a full wrapped skin, because a lot of the lesser expensive boots will have the seam clean up here. Seam's down there. Can you even see that? Unless we have it under the light. So it has a seam up here, but this has a full wrap all the way around.
Yeah, especially when a foot's actually in it. I'm sure that bows out enough you wouldn't even, if you were just standing by somebody, you wouldn't even see that section.
Yep. It's got a double lined, very nice supple lined inside, and it's also they said they had a, I don't know if you can see down in there, it says Rujo down in there. They also said it had an aerosol foam insert in it. Mm-hmm. So I don't think you can take the insert out. I'm not going to try too hard, but
yeah, they did have their own cushion insole.
Yeah, I'm not going to scratch it trying to get it out, but it has a cushion insole. So I think this has all the check marks of a well-built boot. And the more I look at it, the more I like it. What's your thoughts, Josh?
I like it a lot. I like the coloring, good stitching, good transitions, the windows, the stitching on the shaft is nice and pretty, detailed.
Yeah, but it's got the nice, it's not a corded.
No.
But it's got the triple or quadruple stitch everywhere you go. You know, it's not corded like some of the other boots, but guess what? I'll buy those windows with the leather and with the snakes in them any day. Shall we try it on, see how it fits?
Yep.
I guess that's the main thing. Let's put the son of a gun on. Oh, it smells like a new boot. Smell that boot. That's a good leather boot.
That's a good, rich leather smell.
Oh, it's a very stiff, really firm in the back there. So that's either a good thing or a bad thing, because if it's too firm and hard to pull on. Okay, do you hear that thunk? Mm-hmm. That's exactly how they're supposed to sound when you put a boot on. You want them tight enough. You go and you do that thunk.
How did it feel when you were pulling on those straps?
Sturdy.
Sturdy?
It didn't feel like I was going to pull them off at all. They felt like a good sturdy strap. So that's a good question. All right, let's just for you nerdy geeks, I am wearing Levi 505s, straight legs. But I'm old, so I like just plain old Levi's. I don't buy fancy darn pants. Okay, what do you think of those?
I think they look really good with those jeans.
Those are really nice.
Mm-hmm. And like I was saying before, and as you were saying, I don't think I can see that seam at all.
Mm-hmm.
No.
They got a big snake on there.
Mm-hmm.
They used one big snake.
One snake wrapped all the whole way around it. That's nice, because I don't like those snakes. Those skins where you can see the lines up on either side of that belly cut. All right, so far I'm going to say these are about a 4.5 out of a 5. And I don't know why I'm even saying 4.5. Other than the fact I haven't seen a 5 yet. They feel nice and solid. You can feel that air sole in there too. So now, we're going to pull out this other boot. I've had, if you've ever seen any of my other boot reviews, my favorite boot are my Tacova Bodies. I love these boots. Now, we can't really do 100% comparison with the Zekes because these are a zipper boot, but they have a lot of the same features. It's got the full stacked heel, but instead of an 1.5 heel, this is an 1.25 heel. But
it also seems to be a little less of the western heel on your...
Yes, this is a cowboy cut heel, where this is a roper angle style heel. These are a roper style boot, kind of a combination. The zippers are kind of just for guys who don't do anything, so sit on their desk. Zipper boots are they're fancy boots for fancy pants guys. But I'm old, so I can be fancy pants if I want to. But I'm a tough old codger too, if I need to be, right?
I mean, you died and came back, so that's pretty...
I was only dead for 8.5 minutes. I think you have to hit 10 minutes to be really a tough guy to come back.
Be considered tough.
Yeah. Now this is considered a back cut. And you can see this because of the smaller scales on the back of here. And this is full wrapped, so that's a one skin thing. Now it's got the full real leather outsole. And just like the Rujos, this has steel, this has brass pegs and
instead
lemon wood.
Yeah, instead of
and I think I only saw lemon wood on
the Rujo was only Rujo was only lemon wood.
Yep. Now why they use lemon wood is if you wear your boots in stirrups, if it's brass, they'll come and actually catch. You know, when you come in here with you catch your heel, and if with a brass one, see now look, this brass one's coming out, and you feel that right there.
Oh yeah, yep.
See, that would actually catch. Where a lemon would, you just wear it down. You know. So anyway, now getting back to this thing, it's a full wrap. See, now this is a one piece around the back. I gotta remember the name of this, but this isn't quite as solid as that back of that Rujo. And like the Rujo, this has the double lined, but not any better leather. And it looks almost identical inside. And this has a foam insole also. So this is a great boot. And these are more money. These were $375, and these were $445.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
So these are $50 more, and but none of these boots are cheap. These are well-made boots, and to go from, I think from the Rujo, how let's take a vote. How you say it? Is it Rujo or Rujo? How are we going to say it?
Public service announcement. Rujo, pronounced Ru, R-O-O-Ho, H-O, is the Spanish word for roar. That is the mission's, that's Rujo's mission.
Is to roar.
Is to roar.
Be brave.
Be brave.
All right.
Be brave and buy Rujo boots.
So we know how to say it officially, and we know what it means now, and we know that all makes sense. Whether Rujo boots, and we go be brave, and we're going to roar.
Yep.
I can't roar since I pulled that.
With our bold boots.
With your bold boots?
Yep. None of the, to take us the next step up to a better boot than these, you're going to pay probably double. What Tacovas has done, they've come in, make a darn good boot for plus or minus $400, and to go to Lucchese or something like this would be $1,000, $1,200 or more. So Tacovas has come in there. Now, these are about Tacovas is about 8 years old, from what I understand. Rujo is only about 4 years old. They came in around 2018, 2019. And they kind of copied the same marketing plan is Tecovas, where they have a factory, they design them in the U.S., they build them in Leon, Mexico. Could be in the same plant as they build the Tecovas, you don't even know, or across the street at least. And they build you a darn good boot for a good price and sell it direct on the marketing. Now, I don't know. I think these are keepers.
I think so too.
Now, I've had these for a year. Now, I've got 16 pair of boots, so I don't wear them, but I wear these as often as any of the boots I have. And I've only had to put outsoles on one pair of my boots, and it's my very first pair of breeders I bought. And, you know, they're what they call Tecovas Deans. Now, I have to admit, 13 out of the 16 pair I have are Tecovas boots, but I've been reaching out a little bit different. So I bought a pair of, how do you say, Ariat?
Yeah.
Ariat boots the other day. But I think I like these Rujos, and I'm going to keep them.
All right.
They're going to go on my upper shelf if my wife doesn't notice me slipping them up there. And but I'm going to compare them. These are my favorite boots. Mm-hmm. And then any of the boot reviews you had, I've always said, you ask me the question.
Which is, how does this rank compared to your other boots?
What, the Rujo or the...
Or the Bodie?
This is number one.
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite pair of cowboy boots I have. They fit good. They look awesome. And I think they're just great boots. And I like the looks and the feel of these a lot. And I wear these probably more than any of the other boots combined. And so, and I've said this before in some of our other reviews, that on a ranking of 1 to 16, these are number one. I'm not going to change that right now. But I'm impressed with this Rujo enough. Rujo. It's like tequila. Okay, they come off easy. They fit good and they come off easy. That's one thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, those darn Jasons.
Yeah.
You know, they're hard to get off when I wear them for a day. But anyway, I'm going to put these up in the top 5, I would think. Well, considering that I'm going to put all my crocodilians in one category.
Right.
I've got 3 crocodilians. I've got the midnight and the mahogany and the grain-colored Tecovas coals. So those are probably my 3rd favorite boot. I think my 2nd favorite boot is my old Niconas my wife gave me 40 years ago. You know? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say these are in top 5 right now. How do you feel about that, Josh? Am I ranking these too high with all my other boots?
I think you got to wear them a while, but they look better than, or as good as most of your boots.
Well, they're well made and they tick all the marks. So, okay, I think that's a good point. Right now, these are really good boots, and so let's save a final judging on them after I've worn them, you know, a dozen times, and I think that's only fair. But because I've worn these, heck, I probably wore these over the last 2 years 100 times, I would think. So I'll wear these, start wearing these, and see how I like them. See if I wear them and get a little dust on them, get a little dirt on them, see if they get quite not so shiny. Any other questions?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, I think this is fun. So, okay, what do we say at this point? Subscribe, darn it.